Runners have long been told that the right shoes can prevent injury, that with enough cushioning, support, or motion control, the risk of shin splints, plantar fasciitis, or stress fractures can be dramatically reduced. Shoe companies invest millions in marketing this promise, and many athletes believe their footwear is the frontline defense against breakdown. But new data suggests this faith may be misplaced. While shoes do matter, their role in injury prevention has likely been overstated, and in some cases, misunderstood entirely. The problem is that injuries are rarely caused by a single factor, and footwear alone can't override poor training decisions, inadequate recovery, or underlying biomechanical issues. Research now shows that many common injuries occur across a wide range of shoe types and brands. In studies comparing cushioned, minimalist, and motion control shoes, injury rates don't always differ meaningfully. This doesn't mean shoes are irrelevant, but it does suggest they aren't the injury-proof shield they've been marketed to be. One of the key misunderstandings is that more cushioning equals more protection. Some runners assume that maximalist shoes with thick soles and soft foam will absorb impact better and protect joints. But in practice, these shoes can subtly change gait and loading patterns, sometimes encouraging harder heel strikes or longer strides, which may increase joint stress over time. Paradoxically, some studies suggest runners in heavily cushioned shoes land harder, without realizing it, thinking they're safer. Likewise, minimalist shoes, which were once hailed for encouraging a more natural stride, have led to a different set of injuries when runners transition too quickly. The issue isn't necessarily the shoe itself, but how the runner adapts to it. Any major shift in footwear, whether toward more support or less, can be risky if the body doesn't have time to adjust. It's not the shoe that protects, it's the adaptation process. This all points to a critical reality. Injury prevention isn't found in the shoebox. It's found in training consistency, adequate recovery, smart load management, strength work, and body awareness. Shoes can complement these efforts, but they can't replace them. The danger comes when runners over-rely on their footwear and ignore other risk factors. A well-designed shoe might reduce certain forces on one structure, but increase stress elsewhere. No shoe is perfect, and none are magic. Still, footwear decisions can play a positive role, especially when chosen based on comfort and individual biomechanics, rather than trends or marketing claims. Studies consistently show that the best injury predictor isn't pronation or arch type, but whether the runner finds the shoe comfortable. Comfort often correlates with efficient movement and lower muscular strain. So the best advice may be simpler than expected: wear what feels good, and transition slowly when changing types. This shift in understanding is actually empowering. It means runners are not helpless victims of bad shoes, or guaranteed safety by good ones. You don't need the latest tech or the most expensive pair on the wall. Injury prevention is less about what's on your feet and more about what you're doing with your body. Footwear is one small piece of a much larger puzzle. So, should you toss your shoes or stop caring? Absolutely not. But it's time to see them as tools, not solutions. The real protection comes from informed training choices, patience, and responsiveness to your own physical signals. The more you learn to rely on your own judgment, and not just the shoe, the stronger and more resilient a runner you'll become.